Good evening, everyone, and welcome to week 7 of the iRacing Formula Renault 3.5 Championship. As you all know by now, if you've been joining us throughout, it's been an interesting journey so far. Week 7, so we're getting towards the end. 12 weeks in total, but remember, 8 count for your championship position. So after next week's race, we'll get a real idea of where we're sitting in the championship so far. So this week we're at the Twin Ring Motegi circuit in Japan, and the eagle-eyed among you will realise that what's on the screen just now is not the Twin Ring Motegi circuit in Japan. This is where we were last week, Suzuka, also in Japan. So I thought I'd start the map view off here and take us out a little bit. And as you can see, we have a little route plotted, 7.5 hour drive or so through some pretty major cities. Major countryside, a bit of countryside there as well. Oops, I've just added a location which we don't want to stop off. Are we stopping off in Tokonami? Well, there we go. A little stop off in Tokonami along the coast. You can see where we are in Japan. Here we are, and then up to past Tokyo, or through Tokyo, I should say. Looks like it's rush hour there just now. That looks like terrible traffic. And up to the Twin Ring Motegi. I think it's called Motegi. I've never actually heard anyone pronounce it in real life, so. But here we are. Interesting circuit because, as the name suggests, there are two circuits. There's an oval speedway and a road course, which is inside, well, half inside. It crosses under the speedway in a couple of locations. It's a bit of a stop-start kind of circuit layout. I should say we're doing the road circuit, not the oval. But yeah, it's an interesting wee circuit. I haven't actually driven it for many a year. I think the first time I drove this was probably something like Forza 2 in the Xbox or something, or way back. Not for a while anyway, so I've been doing a bit of practice obviously to learn which way the circuit goes again, and get used to the car and try and get a setup dialed in. So it seems to be not too bad so far. I'm happy enough. But anyway, let's give you a tour of the actual track in Sim. So if you excuse me for a sec, we'll make this full screen. Well, the computer catches up, and here we go. So I did some practice laps earlier, and while we've got some time, I'll take you around. So starting from the straight down to turn 1. Turn 1 and 2, effectively one corner. As you'll see, it's kind of slightly faster in and then slower out. You've got to get the car right down to second gear to get out of there in a good, again, a long straight down to turn 3 and 4, which are also two corners of one. This one's tight in and it opens in the exit, but very easy to lose the back of the car as you squeeze the throttle on around that left-hander there. Try not to go in the grass in the exit, obviously. Another reasonably long straight before almost 90 degree, I think it's more than 90 degree right-hander. Again, a lot of understeer there, and then you go underneath the banking. A fast flat-out sweeper right, and then up to quite a fast chicane. You're only down a couple of gears. In the way in, down another gear for the right-hander. Again, need to keep it nice and neat and tidy on the throttle. Bring the car back to the right because we've got another quite tight left-hander again down to second gear. The exit of this is important because you've got a long straight. Use all the curb. This comes into the hairpin corner, which is, as it suggests, a hairpin. Again, very tight. Hook up with the apex. Wait for the throttle because the front one's drift wide. And again, good exit. It's important because this is the longest straight on the track. Drops down now underneath. Eventually underneath the banking. Again, back down to second gear. For a kind of off-camber right-hander, car wants to drift out there. Get it to the right in a very technical final section here. You've got a fast sweeper and then into this odd-looking chicane, which looks a lot easier there than it is in real life. The key through that last chicane is to get the car left over the first curb, so you open up the right, and then it's back to turn 1 again. So we'll pause it there. Bring up the display and we'll head live. So how are we doing for time? We have, what's that, about 10 minutes to go until the start of the session. I'm going to just pop you guys on hold for a sec because I want to check out a gear ratio change, or evaluate a gear ratio change before we go into the race. So I'll just pop you on a stream starting soon, debrief. I don't know. What do you want to see? Pre-qualify? Yeah, let's go pre-qualify even though it's not qualifying. And I'll be back in 2 seconds. Right, back. For those of you who are counting, that was obviously longer than 2 seconds. Right, I'm just going to do a couple laps to evaluate this slightly lower fourth gear. And see if it gives me better up through the revs, a better pull.
His exit's clear.
It certainly sounds better from third to fourth, which is what I was after. Let's make sure it's not too far away from fifth. A bit of a drop there, but yeah, I think I prefer that, to be fair. It's going to be better out of the slow corners. The sun seems to be setting here in practice. Fourth's better for that left-hander as well because I'm low down in the gear. The car feels okay, reasonably balanced. Always feels like you've got to wait an age for the car to come round there before you can get on the throttle, especially when you're chasing someone else. The technical section. Top couple of gears, over the curb, down another gear, hook it round, watch out for cars going off. And the exit's very important, obviously.
Right. They're right.
You carry so much speed into that first corner, but it's important to get the car slowed down to get the rotation. Carry too much speed, the car just understeers. Yeah, the car feels okay. I like this fourth gear actually. It's a bit deep.
Sector 1 is 0.4 off the pace.
Just feels like I'm getting a slightly better pull out of slow corners. It's quite a busy circuit this, you don't really get much rest in a lap.
Sector 2 is 0.4 off the pace.
0.4 off the pace, eh? To my pace actually from my qualifying run. So I am in a race setup now, so that'll be why I'm miles off the pace. Anyway, that feels pretty good. Pull the side. Call that session there. Right, what have we got time wise? 4 minutes or so until we're out on track for official practice, or warm up, and then quali. Oh, pardon me. Right, one more quick, pardon me again, on hold for you while I sort the settings out. I'll be back soon. So, that's us. Look at my water. There it is. At least the sun in Inverkip in the real world has finally abated slightly, so it's not quite as roasting in here as it has been the last few races. Excuse me. All these wide shots, you can see the banking in the background. A bit of a crazy circuit this in real life, I think. Quite an impressive setup. I can't remember who it was. Was it Dario Franchitti that described when he first arrived at this place? It looked like something out of a Bond movie because of the just the complex was very impressive. It certainly looks it. Built by Honda, I believe, in 1997 as part of their drive to bring IndyCar to the country. I think it worked. IndyCar raced here a few times on the oval and I think in the road circuit before they left. And I believe the MotoGP is popular here at the moment. Not somewhere that I'm familiar with in the F1 calendar, but nice little track. Probably a little bit twisty for Formula 1 cars actually. Just about right for the Formula Renault 3.5 that we're in, I would suggest. So, I think I'm the only one who have done a quali run so far before I'm quite that far ahead of Eric. So I won't look too much into those times at the moment. A couple of minutes left. Will we do a quick practice on the quali setup? We won't get a lap, but we might get half a lap. Oh, that guy's very close. Thank goodness you can ghost through people in the pit lane, because I wouldn't be able to make that turn in real life.
Your exit's clear, don't cross the white line.
Oh, I forgot to put your view onto widescreen, didn't I? Sorry guys. Let's pull it aside here. Let him by, and that's better. Oh, take the opportunity to do a practice start, will we? That was okay. No wheel spin, that's the main thing. And there's the race. Yeah, that felt okay for the 2 corners that I got in. Boom. Right, let's check out the entry list once we're in. See what number we are tonight. Remember, those of you who are used to the stream know whatever number you are is your seeding in the race effectively, how high up the iRating ranks you are. So the lower the number, the higher you're seeded, and vice versa. See, it's cooler in here. It's pretty warm actually. Maybe we need to get some background music for these screens. Yeah. Here we are. Anyway, let's have a quick look. Entries. Oof, it's a big grid. 20 cars. I'm ranked number 5. So, what's the strength of field actually? That doesn't tell me, of course, till I'm qualifying, or until I join the circuit maybe. Who do I recognise? John. Recognise him. Luciano, possibly. Eric was just in that session with me. Don't really recognise much names other than that. Yuki, I recognise him from last season. He's pretty damn quick from what I remember. So, yeah, I'm not going to head out for a warm-up because I just did a lap there, plus there's only 50 seconds to go in the session. So, qualifying, important not to mess up a lap.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 24 Celsius.
24. I think that's roughly what it was at the start of my practice earlier on. It's obviously daytime. I think practice was in the evening, so track conditions will be slightly different. There we go, 15 seconds to go. Sip of water before things kick off. Right, qualifying setup is definitely on, good. There's a checkered flag. Let's go and try and put a couple of smooth laps in. Right, let's do it.
Pit exit's clear, push. Alright Jordan, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
Again, I won't speak too much during the qualifying laps. Things can get quite hairy when you're right on the ragged edge. The rotation there was pretty good. Better than I was expecting actually. Ah, that was a poor exit. there, second half of the lap. Whew.
Pole position. That was a 135.1.
Provisional pole. That was a not bad lap. First half of the lap was pretty scruffy actually, but the second half was okay. Where are we? Oh, it's tight at the top. Very tight at the top. Yuki, I know Yuki's very fast. What's he doing? Where is he? Number 1. Laps. Oh, he's done both his laps, so that's good. Who else have we got? Luciano, number 3. He's also done both of his laps, so this is looking extremely good. Unless somebody out there is hiding some super pace. I'm going to jump up in front of us. Well, we've got 2 minutes to wait and see. That is the annoying thing about qualifying early on a short lap like this, is that you just have to wait at the end and see where you end up. Hi to everyone tuning in. Thanks very much for coming along. This is, if you're new, this is qualifying. I've done my 2 mandatory laps. Well, not mandatory, but my 2 allotted laps, as have a lot of the other drivers. Now we're just waiting for this session to tick down to 0. So far we're on provisional pole position, which is not bad at all. After the timer ticks down, you see there we've got, what, a minute to go. Then we basically stick the race setup on, head to the grid, and then it's go for, I believe, 21 laps, is it? I can't remember, does it tell me? Info. 23 laps, there we go, down there. Still on pole with 45 seconds. Ooh, it's looking good. Have we taken pole position yet? Oh yeah, we have. We took one back in Road America, didn't we? Cheers, Dad. Hopefully I enjoyed that lap. Now again, I don't know if my race pace is going to be up to these guys. But yeah, we just need to have a nice clean... What is the strength of field, by the way? 2.3 is it's quite a low field strength actually, so don't know how much points will be on offer tonight, which is a shame.
That's the end of the session. Pole position. Nice
Woohoo!
one.
Pole position! Yo! Like that. Like it very much. Right, see you in 2 secs for the race. Here we go then, 1 minute 30. Take a quick sip of juice, water, sorry. And we'll head to the grid. Right, try our best not to get wheel spin, the bane of my existence. So Yuki in second's got the classic McLaren livery. From the looks of it in the mirror. Something tells me he's going to be a rocket ship off the line. These guys that are used to racing at the front are all much better at starts than I am. Well, let's just try and keep it clean. See if we can get a solid result. 50 seconds to go. So we'll go for our usual very low revs. I'd rather bog down than spin the wheels. A bit like the opposite of the real Formula Ford actually, where I'd rather spin the wheels than bog down, but there you go. Alright, 20 seconds. Let's go.
The air temp is 19 Celsius, 23 laps. Okay, Jordan, get ready. Floor it.
What on earth is he doing? That's some ragged driving right there.
P2.
On your left. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Clear left.
Your last lap time was at 1:36.8.
Left side. Clear left.
This guy's holding us up. Oh, it's not the way to do that.
your line. Still there.
Ah!
Hold your line. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
That's better.
Nice one, Jordan. Nice move, mate. It's all over you. Keep your exit speeds up. Stay smooth. You're now in the lead. That lap time was 1:37.1.
Ah! What the hell? Ah, the rear locked up. I've never had that up before. Ah!
Alright, Jordan. The next car is Owens. P5.
At least I can still see the pack. Hopefully they start fighting. Oh, come on.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Jordan.
It's going to be one of these races, isn't it? Try and get back under the pack at least.
136.8. next car is Owens. Just done at 136.4.
Right side. Clear right.
That's the fastest lap of the race.
Don't seem to have the rhythm that I had earlier on for whatever reason. Probably just my head, to be fair. Come on, Jordan, get it together.
Okay, Jordan, the next car is Owens. Just done at 136.3.
John. Stop defending. It's just pulling the wind, so get the head down, we can perhaps catch them.
Car in front is Owens. P5.
Slow us down doing that, John. Come on, back to the racing line. Ah! Speed up, man. Ah! Falling back again. Means I'm gonna have to pass him, doesn't it? Fucking hell, Joe. I mean, oops.
Car right. Clear right. On your left. Still there. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
We got halfway through the race. Well, just over halfway.
P4. Okay, Jordan. Half distance. Should be about 11 laps of fuel left. Just done a 136.2. That's the fastest lap. Sector 1 is 0.3 off the pace. lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need. That lap was at 135.9.
Car right, clear right.
P4. Your lap time was 135.6.
Come on, this is what we need. That's a podium right there.
Push now, you might get second place. Okay, Jordan, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. P4. That lap time was 1:36.0.
On your right. Clear right.
Yes! No! Ah! Come on, Jordan.
On your right. Clear right.
Guy in front of me's car keeps jumping about because his internet's got an issue.
The leader has just
Oh, it's going to be difficult.
1:36.0. Okay, Jordan, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. P3. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left.
Jumping car is not off-putting in the slightest, he said sarcastically.
To go. Keep it together. We'll be on the podium. 2 laps of fuel remaining. The fastest lap time was at 1:35.5.
Oh, that is terrible. He's all over the shop on my screen. Kinda so off-putting. Jesus.
more to go. Keep it together, we'll be on the podium. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
Fuel calculations are pretty good then, eh? Is so difficult to focus when that thing's doing that. Jeez, I thought I was in him there. Ah, well, P3.
We're on the podium. Good drive.
Yeah, good drive, a good pace, but with the pace to win, I think. Ah! Still, good recovery. Would have been good to watch anyway. Whew. Give me a sec, and I'll be back for the debrief in a second. Whew, there we are then. Let's wind it back to the start and get the race rolling. John, sweet over to Jordan. Thanks, John. Great race. It was a good race, to be fair. Ah, what happened at the... What happened? To wind it forward after these first couple of laps. And find out what happened into that. It's a lock up with the rear, but whether it was because I was too eager on the gears or the downshift maybe. Because I've never had the rear lock up before. I've had it almost lock up a couple of times, so I know the bias is pretty rearward, but I like it because it helps the car turn. But yeah, maybe I was just too eager on the gears. Anyway, where did I take the lead again? I was on to lap 2, went to lap 3, yeah I was close on lap 3. I think I used a bit of DRS, had a dive, but I just couldn't get far enough in front, could I? No, and he stuck it around the outside. Good bit of wheel-to-wheel stuff. And yeah, that was that. But the next lap I think is where we got him. So same move into turn 1, because I was quicker out with the last corner. Again, still couldn't get quite in front. Almost though. Oh, I was so close there, but obviously still had his nose alongside. Oh, there's a guy disappearing behind us. Fantastic. But this time I thought I'll try and brave it around the outside 3 and 4. And just about held on. He probably could have closed me off there, but very fair. Because it was so close. And then you had the inside to 5 is that, so that gave us a lead. Sweet! And then it all was going so well for a couple of laps, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Still in front. Not in front. So this is the lap that all happened. Where are we on? Lap 5. Let's try and ride on board and see if I can hear what happened. Oof! The revs were quite low. Let's have a rewind of that. Have a look at the chase. I don't know, I think it's difficult. I'll have to go back and look at that in a bit more detail and try and figure out what happened, because yeah, that's confusing. Anyway, so here was when we started fighting with John, but then we dropped back a bit, didn't we? Oh, that's when we passed him, so let's have a look at the overtake, because it was pretty good, if I do say so myself. So I've got a good drive out of 2, stuck in the slipstream. Didn't use the RS now. Right to that, brake to the outside. Try to do a bit of switchback here, but you really can't because it's one line through turn 4. And then I've got a good run out here, so I think I used DRS as well, and I thought he was defending all the way up, as he's entitled to do. So I tried the outside, and then saw he was going to go deep. Switch back, plenty of space, as you have to, just in case. And then he just about stuck it up the inside here, but I think he thought better of it. Yeah, that was a good move, I was happy with that. And then go away, screen time. We had a long period of setting fastest laps, I believe. And there we go, lap 20. Onto the back of... who's that again? What's Eric? He went defensive, yeah. And I just, yeah, he kind of went defensive then didn't go defensive. So I thought, well, okay, if you're going to open the door, I'll stick my nose up the inside, which I did. And that was that. And then, caught, no, it's Yuki, Luciano, that's who it is. Caught Luciano, but as you can see, keeps disappearing. And it was so off-putting when you've got a car jumping around in front of you. Anyway. No idea where he is. There he is. Anyway, not too bad. Let's have a look. Results. P3. And the pole position. Not bad. Let's go and have a quick check of the results of the race, shall we? I will save that replay because that was quite a good race. So let's have a check of the results. As I say, I don't think the points haul will be too big because it was only a 2,100 field. 115, so not too bad. I mean, even if I'd won, it would only have been 129, so that's the... yeah. It's the silver lining, I suppose, is that I maybe wouldn't have gotten too many points if I won the race, but it would be nice to take a first win, wouldn't it? I mean, where are we? I mean, of course, I was ranked 5th, so to finish 3rd's pretty good. I mean, was Yuki 4,800, 3.6, 3.3, Eric's got the same as me, Jones 3.7, 3.5. So we finished ahead of a lot of guys who are ranked higher, which is, and girls maybe, I don't know, which is pretty good. Cool. So next week schedule before we sign off. We've done the Motegi Zandvoort. Now, although I have driven Zandvoort once or twice in a few sims, a bit like Motegi, I don't really know it at all. So that's going to be an interesting one. However, I didn't know Motegi, and we just had a pretty awesome night apart from that weird lock-up thing. Oh, my safety rating still went up, didn't it, tonight? So that's good. Anyway, Zandvoort Park, fantastic. It's still the previous Zandvoort, by the way. It's not the Zandvoort they're going to have in Formula 1 this year, with the crazy banking in the corners. It's the previous one. iRacing haven't scanned the new one yet, I don't think. So, but yeah, still a pretty awesome circuit, I think. You just need to learn it, really. Cool. Right, guys. Thank you again for sticking with it. Give the video a like, hit the wee thumbs up. That'd be good. And yeah, see you next week for more fun and games. Hopefully, same kind of pace, maybe a bit less mistakes, but see you later, guys. Bye.